I think we can all agree that family vlog style channels on YouTube are essentially across the board extremely cringe. It's all bad. It has no substance and it's terrible. But it would be kind of hard to imagine that it could, you know, get worse at all. These family vlog channel, family YouTube channels. You'd think we've peaked with just about anything that they could come up with, but no, because we've reached a new peak of awful, straight from Ruby Franke of the channel 8 Passengers with, who could have guessed, child abuse. What? Huh? Why? If you haven't been keeping up with the buzz of the internet recently, let's get into it. This whole debacle essentially started in 2020. People were very concerned about the well-being of the children in these videos because of the quite harsh, strict, and borderline abusive parenting tactics that were just straight up displayed in these videos, in these 8 Passengers videos.
I'm gonna say it one more time, and then you're gonna lose the privilege to eat dinner.
So people decided, you know what, we're gonna get together and we're gonna sign a petition and try to get YouTube to remove the YouTube channel. Basically, daily videos from the channel turned into 2 or 3 videos a week, which turned into absolutely no videos. And then the channel was deleted. So, yippee, the channel's gone. That whole bad, like, putting on a show for YouTube is done, right? It's all done. There's no more bad. The family can just go back to being a normal family, and we don't have to do anything for the cameras, right? Right? Well, Ruby Franke, being the internet clout chaser and desirer of views and money and subscribers, decided that she was going to join her friend Jodi Hildebrandt in her podcast, Connections, with an X. It doesn't even look good. It's not a good look. It's basically about parenting advice and how to be a good parent. Which, considering how the story goes, oh man, that's quite ironic. On August 30th, both Ruby and Jodi were arrested, and they have both since been charged with 6 counts of felony child abuse. But why were the police called? What was going on? Essentially, one of Ruby's kids, a 12-year-old boy, climbed out of a window of Jodi Hildebrandt's house and ran to a neighbor's home asking for food and water because they were starving. And the neighbor ends up calling the police because, like, what the heck?
Tell me exactly what's happened.
I just had a 12-year-old boy show up here at my front door asking for help. And he's said he just came from a neighbor's house, and we know there's been problems at this neighbor's house. He has duct taped around each ankle. There's sores around the wrists as well. Okay, this boy has been... This kid has obviously been... I think he's been detained. He's obviously covered in wounds. He says what's happened to him is his fault.
The boy was immediately transferred to the hospital, and later police officers would find his little sister in the basement of Hildebrandt's home in a similar condition.
Like, what the heck? These kids could have literally died in that house because of just genuine lack of empathy towards human beings. That's insane. It's nuts to me. And you can hear in the call that the neighbor who calls 911 is literally crying because this child has been abused. It's crazy to me that Ruby Franke and Jodi Hildebrandt were filming videos in their basement where they allegedly had detained 2 children in the same basement that they were making videos in. How can your brain be so empty that you think that this is okay? Like, huh? What? It's insane. The craziest part is that from 2012 to 2020, the police received 12 calls to multiple houses that Ruby Franke owned, either from that house or other neighbors talking about that house and what was going on in that house. But there were no incident reports for the majority of the calls. The police received a call for a welfare check from Sherry, the oldest of the 6 Frankie kids. She was calling to let the police know that her siblings, her brothers and sisters, were left in the house for 5 days alone while Ruby left to St. George to go be with a friend who we all know is Jodi Hildebrandt. The craziest bit is that when police showed up, the kids could be seen, but nobody answered the door. Probably because Ruby probably threatened them that if they answered the door, if anybody showed up, don't answer the door. She probably threatened to take away their rooms because she absolutely was an abusive mother to these children. And it's insane that it went on for this long. So after this happened on August 30th, which was what day was that? It was a Wednesday. The Connections channel was still up and running until Friday when it was taken down. And YouTube finally decided to put out a public statement about this whole situation because it's bad. It's a bad look for YouTube if they don't remove these channels. Following her arrest, as well as statements from law enforcement, we terminated 2 channels linked to Ruby Frankie. If a channel owner is accused with clear evidence of a very egregious crime, we may terminate their channel if its content is closely related to the crime or if the channel owner was convicted or pled guilty. Additionally, Ruby Frankie will no longer be able to use, own, or create any other YouTube channels. YouTube. Now this is good because it means that she can't upload any more videos on YouTube. My belief is that her opinions should not be on the internet because she is a child abuser. No child deserves to be treated essentially like a prisoner in their own home. There are tons of different ways to approach parenting. This is not one of them. Okay, I just found something interesting about this whole 2020 cancel 8 passengers, get them off the face of YouTube, get him out of here. On June 5th of 2020, Frankie had called the police and told them about a threatening message that she received from Instagram from an account named 8 Passengers Canceled. So threatening. According to the report, the message from this user on Instagram had given out Ruby's address and said, "Alrighty, y'all, grab your pitchforks. We going looting at the place that actually deserves it." This was in the time where like looting and riots were basically the hottest topic. When the officers actually looked into it, it was very clearly a made-up account, and they were able to track where this person was. Turns out they were over 1,000 miles away. But even then, the police scheduled extra patrols for every 2 hours for 3 days following the call. Oh my god. It's crazy to me that they'll listen to Ruby Frankie, but they won't listen to one of her children, who is an adult. It's wild. The only question that I have is, where's the dad? Where the heck is this dude? Kevin has not been living with Ruby for over a year now, and this is good for Kevin because that means that he can distance himself from these abuse allegations that are going on. But I kind of have a problem with him just not being there. Was he taking care of his children at all? Or did he just disappear? Like, what? As much as I can see him as being not the primary abuser in this situation, I also don't see him as fully innocent here. I think while he can't necessarily be charged with anything because he wasn't found with children tied up in their basement, I feel like it could be argued that he had knowledge of the abuse of his children, whether or not it was his idea. He didn't stop it. Like, I don't know. I'm disappointed in the lack of fatherly care that appears to have been occurring for over a year. As of right now, they are being held without bond. That is subject to change. I hope it doesn't. I hope it stays this way. And I hope they have to serve a very long sentence. But most recently, both Ruby and Jodi were moved into medical block in jail. And apparently, Jodi had life-threatening health issues. Ruby was just moved there for the weekend. I guess she's fine now. When it was asked what the heck was wrong with them, why do they need medical attention? What's going on? Were they abused as children? They didn't say anything. It's extremely unclear as to what is going on. There's no comment from either of them on their medical issues. Maybe they're just getting a little taste of their own medicine. I don't know. It's hard to put into words how insane these people are. Like, I've literally never seen parenting this terrible. How can you possibly become a mother and think that it's okay to act like this in any regard. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. I will never understand why people abuse their kids. It doesn't make sense to me. Don't have kids if you can't treat them the way that kids deserve to be treated. With love. That's it. That's it. That's all you gotta, that's literally all you have to do. You just have to show love to your kids. And, you know, maybe buy them a cookie every once in a while. As long as you don't tie your children up in your basement, you'll be a better parent than these two rapscallions, bro. Absolutely insane. Absolutely outrageous. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you gained something from this. I'm gonna take everything that I've learned, and whenever I am a parent, if I'm ever a parent, I'm just gonna flip it on its head, and I'll probably be a great parent, you know? I hope you enjoyed coming with me on this wild, wacky roller coaster. Go watch, like, cat videos or something now, because that's what I'm gonna do. Hit like, hit subscribe. I'll see you later. Peace out, man. See you later. Adios. Bye-bye. Goodbye now. Bye-bye. Yeah, man. That's the video. Woo!